Hey guys, what's up? Chris here for BeerGeekNation.com. Today, we're looking at a beer I've wanted to try for a while now. When I first saw that they announced it, this, my friend, from Sam Adams, is their Rebel Raw Double IPA, 10% alcohol by volume, 100 IBUs. So what is this beer? Well, it's the next iteration, the next entry into their Rebel series. They've got Rebel IPA, Rousing Rebel, which is another double IPA, and there's a session one in there as well. I can't remember what the name of it is, but this is essentially their take on Heady Topper, their take on the New England IPA craze right now. They talk about it's hazy from hoppiness. You have to drink it super fresh. I believe they say at 37 days. You know, they got that by the Enjoy By. They say drink it straight from the can. Gee, I wonder where they got that from. Heady Topper, obviously. I know Heady Topper for that. I believe, I remember reading somewhere that Heady Topper was a big influence on this beer. That basically, I think they just ramped up their Rebel IPA, didn't filter it, you know, brought it up to 10%, dry hopped the hell out of it, probably hop bursted the hell out of this thing. So I'm interested. You can only get it in certain cities right now. I believe Boston, Philadelphia, New York City is in there. There's a couple others. Well, got to give a big thanks to Jeff for hooking me up with this one. I can't get it where I am yet, but if it's good, I'm going to check it out. So with that said, let me get into a glass so you guys know it smells, tastes, and get the final verdict on the Rebel Raw. All right, guys, the aroma. A little bit of sweetness, some tropical fruits, some grapefruit, pine needle, West Coast, a little bit of that tropical kind of New England flavor, but it doesn't punch me in the face like, say, a Trillium or a Heady Topper does. All right, guys, the taste. It's not bad. It's sweet. It's very, very sweet. That 10% really shows. Big fruity characteristic, tropical, pineapple, mango, papaya in there. A little bit of orange, some resiny dankness kind of hanging out. Middle of the mouth. I get some maltiness in there, kind of balances out the hops a little bit caramel, some biscuity, crackery notes in there, a little bit of a malty, kind of generic malty sweetness. Pretty sweet in the aftertaste. Again, more of kind of that fruit juice, hopical chops. Mango, pineapple in there, orange, a little kind of a lingering dankness, a little bit of that oniony, garlicky flavor coming in. Again, it's not quite as like hop forward as I'm used to thinking like a Heady Topper or like a Trillium IPA or even any of those New England IPAs, which this is supposed to kind of model after. It's good. It's definitely the best in the Rebel series, but it's not kind of at the level that they wanted it to be at, I think. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Rebel Raw, limited availability, so you got to check out the website so you can get it 10% alcohol by volume. Again, Jeff, thank you so much for hooking me up with this one. Guys, I'm going to give this one a B+. It's really solid. It's really solid, and considering how much of this they probably produced, even though it was limited, at this hoppiness level, it's pretty impressive. They kind of put themselves on the line, and I think they almost nailed it. It needs to be a little bit drier, not quite as malt forward, not as sweet. Bring up the hops a little bit more in the aromatics. I think the flavor is pretty good. Again, a little bit sweet, but I think the hops and the overall flavor are pretty good. It's just not Heady Topper. It's just not Trillium levels, and I think that's what they were going for. But with that said, all of that removed, if I were to just have a glass of this, if I could get this on draft, I would absolutely go for it, and that's why it's getting a B+. So remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.